These treatments are associated with very high upfront costs. For example, the recent gene therapy for haemophilia B that I mentioned earlier has a list price of £2.6 million per patient. And there's also considerable uncertainty around their long-term effectiveness. We're talking about new treatments that have been developed over the past 10, 15 years or so. So we don't yet have decades and decades of outcomes data to show how well they work over a long period of time. And despite this, we don't yet have a robust standardized system for collecting real-world data to understand their true impact. And this is the gap that our programme is working to bridge. So funded by the Welsh Government, the ATMP Outcomes Programme aims to move from uncertainty to insight, using real-world Welsh data to evaluate the value and effectiveness of ATMPs in Wales, and not just relying on clinical trial data from controlled settings or extrapolations from other countries, but building evidence from real patients here in Wales. So advanced therapies offer transformative potential, especially for patients with few or no other treatment options. They offer hope towards a curative outcome, which could save lives, it could reduce lifelong treatment burdens, and ultimately improve the quality of life for patients and families. As commissioners, we need visibility across the whole care pathway from diagnosis and including long-term outcomes to ensure equity of access at the beginning of the pathway and also to support our value assessments at the end of the pathway to ensure that we're commissioning the best available treatments for our population that provide the best outcomes. So once we have this data, we need to make sure we use it effectively to drive equity by identifying and addressing any variation in access and outcomes across Wales. And finally, we really need to integrate this real-world evidence into our decision-making and commissioning processes and move towards outcome-based commissioning models that reflect real patient experiences and local contexts.
We're really pushing the frontiers and boundaries around thinking about a business model that makes this scalable and sustainable. We know actually, oddly, for having worked in drugs for a large number of years myself, the technology is actually the easy part here. The harder part is kind of getting the regulatory, the patient finding, the reimbursement, all of the supporting packages that we need to be available. And we know that this is going to be inevitable. And we hope that ultimately by working in partnership and working with regulators, with governments, with health authorities, we'll be able to develop and catalyze this scalable and sustainable solution for everyone in the future.